Hello and welcome to this video. Today we're not really seeing anything cool. This is a very different video to anything I've ever done. I'm just going to discuss some things and some plans I have in relation to this channel. So let's get started. Now the thumbnail was not clickbait. You can see here I have a real puppy, very cute puppy. Her name is Daisy Doo. And she's made a few guest appearances on the channel. See, it's cute. Everyone likes cute things. Daisy actually likes to travel and she likes long car rides, and she is very annoyed with me right now, so I'll let her go. Bye-bye. Like I mentioned, I've never done a Q&A sort of video, but I figured since this pandemic sucks and I've actually garnered a bit of an audience now, some of you might be interested in this channel and who I am. So if you've ever seen any of my videos, you know that I really like to travel. And how I've gotten to this point of making videos on YouTube, it's kind of been a progression. One thing I have to say is that my family has been very encouraging when it comes to my interests and travels, and none of what I've done in the past would have been possible without them. And I guess what really launched my interest in both travel and photography was when I was a very little lad. About 10 years ago, I went to Paris, France with my mom and aunt. And it just blew me away how many cool and amazing and interesting things there are out in the world. And since then I've realized that it is my life's mission and purpose to travel and see all the cool things. And with this format, I'm really interested in sharing the incredible places and stories that are out there. You know, no one, not even me, understands what there is out there. On that Paris trip, I had a Nintendo DSi, and that's what I used to take pictures with. I had no idea what I was doing, and they are complete and utter garbage. And I used that camera for several years, but I found out that taking pictures is really fun, so I've been doing it ever since. And about 5 years later, in 2016, I decided that I wanted to make videos. You know, on YouTube, I couldn't find anyone who made travel videos the way I kind of imagined them. Now I will say, since I have found some amazing creators who do really awesome travel videos, but I wanted to try to give it a shot. Now there are a couple complications. Number one, I had no idea what I was doing. If you look at some of my older videos, there's a video titled Washington DC Trip 2016, and that is actually my first attempt at video making. So on that trip I had a pretty standard photo camera that I was using to take videos. Like I said, there were a number of things I didn't know. Like when you record a video clip, it has to be more than half a second, and I did not finish that video until 2 years later when I had an actual laptop I could edit with. And for the rest of that year, which was one of my best travel years, I tried taking video for most of it. They were a little improved, but overall those are not great. So all my oldest videos are just pure clips and then music. So in 2017 I decided to give what the kids call vlogging a try. And so awkward teenage pimple-faced me tried filming videos featuring me and with me talking over things. And please do not look up those early videos, please, they are really bad. But I'd say now I've kind of found my way. You notice that I kind of mix my old style by having lots of music, and also with narrating the videos. Sometimes I do them live, sometimes I narrate, often in indoor places which are just kind of awkward to film in anyways. I usually do narration now, and I have to say I like doing that. You know, if I did live videos in museums, for example, you know, I'd have to talk soft. A big plus of doing the narration style after the fact is that I get to research after I visit. I discovered that I learn a lot more once I have been to a place and I research it more. Sometimes you find out stuff that you wish you had known when you were there. I'm also very camera shy. I don't like seeing myself in pictures. Doing this has certainly helped with that, but still it's kind of awkward. Just this, I'm just talking to a freaking camera for an hour and it's really weird. So showing my face and then also doing it in public and then talking like a madman, it's all a little difficult for me. Another thing I like about the narration is that you may notice in my live videos, or I usually try to edit things out and it gets really weird, I say a lot of dumb things and I do a lot of dumb things and I don't even realize it in the moment. And then, if you hear that barking, that's Daisy, sorry about that. Oh yeah, you just like the attention so much, don't you, huh? Alright, come here. Alright, where was I? But yeah, I'm pretty happy with the videos I'm making now, but I'm always looking for ways to improve, so if you have any suggestions, please let me know. So another thing on the agenda is I want to explain my channel name, Hoosier Boo. Now it's a pretty random and dumb name. I've never been the biggest fan of the name, but it has grown on me over the years. Now it doesn't really mean anything. The Hoosier part is because, first off, it's a very weird word, and if you're unaware, that is what people from Indiana are called, and I have lived much of my life in Indiana because there is more than cornfields in Indiana. And the name came about a couple years ago. I was trying to think of a non-generic name for this channel. I didn't want something boring, and I don't think I have a boring name at least. I couldn't really come up with anything, but my lovely mother coined Hoosier Boo. And I originally absolutely rejected that name, but I changed because of an agreement between us. And by the way, when you make comments, which I do really appreciate, please don't call me Boo. I ain't ya Boo. That's just weird. I do have a real human name. My name is Jacob, by the way. So now I want to turn to what I am presently working on. Now it has been over a year since COVID-19 shut down the United States of America and most of the world. And the past year has sucked big time, especially for someone who makes their videos traveling, because I couldn't do much traveling. I do want to clear up some stuff about my video schedule. Before the pandemic, I was still a good ways behind, but once the pandemic hit, I realized we were in for the long haul, so I cut my videos to once a week, and I've kept with that for a year now, which I really don't like. I do know that YouTube is kinder to channels that can upload more regularly. You know, I literally can't because my videos are travel videos. And so if you're watching this video around the time it comes out, my previous video series was filmed in November of 2019, and the upcoming trip and video series was filmed in December of 2019. So that's how far behind I am. Since the situation has improved immensely, I am planning in summer to increase my video schedule again, because I will once again be filming lots of videos to maintain said schedule. So sorry, it's probably going to be only one video a week for the next few months, but that is finally going to change. Now I want to talk about filming travel videos. So, Daisy, anyone who makes travel videos like me knows that it is one of the most difficult and strenuous and expensive forms of videos to make. You know, I am not rich. My family and I prioritize travel above most other things. So I'm sure any of you know how expensive traveling is, no matter how cheaply you try to do it. One reason I'm able to film so many videos is that when I do go on trips, I go hard. My previous series in Springfield, I think there's maybe 10, 11 videos from there. I filmed all of those in 3 days. And you know, that includes sleeping and driving for like 12 hours. And you can also probably see that I put a lot of editing work into these videos. If it's like a museum, that can take like 15 hours. I work very, very hard on these. And now I haven't had a big audience. I've in fact had no audience for much of my duration on this platform. So I do all of this for fun. I do it all because it makes sense and because I want to. It is my form of creative expression. And another complication to making these videos is that I am a full-time college student, so of course I have to do everything related to that first before I work on videos. So I keep busy, but I do want to grow this channel a lot more, and I do really appreciate all the views and comments that I have been getting. I get some very kind comments, some mean and really dumb comments. And I also like the roasts. There are some pretty good roasts in there. But I do want to grow this channel a lot more, and I'm going to start focusing on that a lot more. But I could really use some help from my fantastic audience members. So if you watch and appreciate my work and hope to see it grow, you know, my videos tend not to get that many views, so I do appreciate any views I get. Now if you haven't seen all my videos, one thing I might suggest is that you go back and view my large library of videos. I've been to quite a few places, and I think I have over 500 videos public now. So there's a lot of cool stuff that you've probably not seen. So if you're ever bored or you want to see some of the other things I've done, you can go back and look at my old videos. I've actually made quite a few playlists for your viewing pleasure. And also, if you think you know people who might be interested in my channel, then tell them about me. Spread the word of Hoosier Boo. Oh, I almost forgot. There's another way you can watch my older videos. I have an interactive travel map on a site called Scribble Maps, which I must say is one of my favorite websites. It is very fun. But it is an interactive map where you can click on the places I have been, and you can watch the videos from there. You can also see all the places that I haven't been. But yeah, that might be a fun way to watch some older videos. It feels very weird saying this. I probably will not mention it in future videos, but I have launched a Patreon page. Patreon is a subscription service that a lot of similar YouTube creators and artists use. In fact, any creator would probably admit to you that it is their financial backbone that allows them to do what they do. And basically you can donate or tip to help me produce new videos. If you go to my Patreon page, the link is posted in the description of this video. It will also be in the descriptions of future videos, as well as in the about page on the channel. God, is this e-bagging? This feels gross. But if you are interested in giving, of course, you don't have to do this at all. I appreciate the views, and that's one of the best things you can do. But if you are so kind as to go down to my Patreon page, you can give any amount you want. Most donations are just $3 or $5 a month. It could be just $1, and I'll greatly appreciate it. I promise that your investment will go a long way, and it will immensely help with my expenses, whether it's a tank of gas or museum admissions. Again, I'm not expecting anything at all, but if you do decide to subscribe on Patreon, I would greatly appreciate it. You will have my eternal gratitude. Another thing I want to mention was my logo. The Big Chungus Jackalope. All the kids were talking about this meme of this time when Bugs Bunny got really fat imitating Elmer Fudd. Yeah, so I made this a few years ago, back when I had no subscribers. Now I actually recognize this scene. I actually grew up watching some old Looney Tunes, which I must say is way better than cartoons today. Also some stuff that hasn't aged so well, but some of those old Looney Tunes are really funny.
Could that have been a gremlin? It ain't Vendel
So because that meme was going around, I took Big Chungus and then I put jackalope antlers on him. And then the background is just a picture of the Grand Canyon, and boom, perfectly encapsulates Hoosier Boo. But the Big Chungus Jackalope is going to have to go away sometime soon before I get sued by Hanna-Barbera. Since I am slowly building a subscriber base, I've realized that I do need to do some rebranding work. So that's going to include changing the logo / icon, and also eventually I do want to open up a merch store. That's right, you can finally get your long-awaited Hoosier Boo merchandise. Oh yeah, check this out. I made business cards for Hoosier Boo a while ago. Turned this one into a glittery snow globe. Ooh. $45 plus tax and shipping. Now I have no idea how to do this stuff, and I have no idea what I'm doing. I do know that I'm going to base the branding of this channel on the jackalope. The jackalope is my spirit animal. I would recommend watching my videos on the Jackalope Country Store in Du Bois, Wyoming. That place is amazing. I actually have some advice from a jackalope. Of course, the cardinal virtues being to believe in yourself, to rack up the good times, to become legendary, to embrace your wild side, that it's okay to be a little mysterious, and to hop to it. So this philosophy is what I'm trying to live by. In order to do this, I do need graphic art help. As much as I like art history and art museums and pretty paintings, I cannot draw anything, nor should I. So if anyone happens to know someone who's good at that stuff, commercial graphic design, then please let me know. But at some point, some rebranding and merch stuff is to come. In the past, I've tried a few live streams. Usually, there are not many people in there and they're kind of boring for me and most certainly the viewers. So if there's any interest in live streams, I'd probably announce them ahead of time. Let me know. Also, if you go to the About page on my YouTube channel, there's several different links to different things. I've also made an email, so if you want to email me any information or any thoughts, then you can send me an email. Alright, I feel like I've rambled on for long enough. I do sincerely appreciate the support I have gotten over the years. Of course, it'd be nice to have more, but I do really appreciate those who have kept with me, who have continued to watch my videos, even when I had hardly anyone watching them. And I'm also very grateful for what I have been able to do and accomplish in basically the 10 years of travel and how much I have grown personally. I do have thousands of ideas and plans going on inside my head all the time, and I have a lot of big ideas that I would like to go forward with. And look, I can make some pretty cool stuff with this channel, but I guess a lot of that's just gonna take time, and hopefully the channel will continue to grow, get a heck of a lot bigger than it is now, and these big far-fetched dreams I have can become a reality. So now I'd like to hear from you, the kind folks who watch the Hoosier Boot channel. If you're still here, please let me know anything you might have to say, suggestions, criticisms. I would like to gauge some audience interest. If you have any suggestions for places that I should go, or certain types of videos that you'd like to see more, please let me know. I'll definitely take those into consideration. And to you trolls who eagerly wait until I release a video just to dislike it 5 seconds after it's released, you guys need to piss off and get a life. But I do really appreciate any and all support that I have been given. Subscribe on Patreon, link in the description. And as always, thanks for watching. Well, I can't help but give you a little something cool. This here is Sonny the Big Man, America's most fashionable muffler man, except he doesn't have a costume on. This business usually dresses him up. I've seen him dressed up like Santa Claus, and also, since the pandemic, decked out in the COVID mask, but he is no longer taking that precaution.